Greetings, fellow Vaultures, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 17 of the Vaultures, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Welcome! I am going to have to do quite the recap because it has been almost a month, well, not fully a month, but like 3 weeks since I streamed this last. So, welcome! The first thing that I would like to point out is the rules have updated. So here we go. Here's the updated rules. As you can see, there is a population cap and then also a rule against removing weaknesses with serums. That would be the primary rule changes. And then there's a new goal change, which is to keep the vault in ancient style as much as possible. All right. So with that new pop cap, that's exactly how many people that we have now. So what's going to end up happening is when there's an opportunity to add someone new, like when we go to a new vault or recruit a new vulture, you all will decide whether or not they get to join. And if they get to join, we have to vote someone out. Yes, I know. That's it's pretty brutal, but that's just the way this is going to work. And then the one getting voted out will be loaded into the slingshot and sent to another vault. So they're not like, you know, killed or whatever. Banished. They're just sent. So to recap, well, this is what we did last stream. Last stream was kind of a long one. We have collected all but 2 of the gene modding tools. We have set up an initial sort of kill box, but it needs a lot of work. We have lost some of the walls already, so that needs work too. And then right towards the end of last stream, we started to biosculpt because we started to demand it. All right, and this is where we're picking up. So first things first, I want to unrestrict everybody so that everybody can start hauling the mechanoids that we have recently killed indoors. Making sure that everybody is now on paste. As you can see, the goal above me is no priority. What I'm going to be doing is just sort of fixing stuff. You know, making sure that we are all set to take on new priorities. One thing I want to do is to send some uranium out. Let's see. What else is there to do? I want to move the cryptosleeps down here. Because this is going to be a pod room and not really anything else. Knowing that this is going to become a pod room, another thing that we're going to need to do is construct additional pods in here. So let's take a look at the work priorities. Aggro's in pod right now. He's in the gene modding. So we need Zayla to start building these biosculptors because everybody is starting to demand de-aging. So if you look at someone like Shaken, take a look at their needs. Terrible aging, -7. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So before going any further, thank you for the love in the hype train. Oh boy, let me try to catch up on that. Malmark for the gifted sub. Matt, Morpheus, Beavis, Solden, Ukofin for the resubs. Super Wombat and Moon for subs as well. Holy cow, Moon. That is 6 months at tier 3 ahead of time. Oh, and then the gifted subs. Yes, of course. Malmark and Trust him with gifted subs and a lot of bits as well. Cheers. Another thing that I wanted to point out is I have a new command. The new command is !soundtrack. I haven't added all the series into soundtrack because it takes considerable time, but I plan on it. So if you want to know what songs are in the soundtrack, all you got to do is !soundtrack, and it will bring up a link for this series, as well as links to every individual song, whether the songs are combat songs or passive songs. Sort of all the information that I suspect you'd want to know. And then links to each individual song as well, so that you can download them, use them for yourself or whatever. And I was telling my Discord server, but I probably listened to about 800 songs, royalty-free songs, for sourcing the current soundtrack for this. So yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. I had to listen to a lot of music I don't particularly like, but it was still a lot of fun. because I feel like I found some good tracks. So if you ever have a question about what specific song is playing, just tag me, and I'll try to tell you. So taking a look at our resources here, we have a ton of kibble. We're still planting a lot of rice. We have a lot more uranium than we need, so I'm going to be sending that out. So here is 500 of it. And I'm actually not going to load the slingshot with more uranium until what we just loaded comes back to us. Other things that I realized I needed to do is to add some of the external walls to the home zone. I don't need to do this sort of painstakingly, just, you know, better than what we had now, because some of our external walls weren't. Randall Thor, thanks for the gifted subs. Tangier and Marauder as well, and Trustin. Hey, Trust Buddy. Thank you for that. Lowlin, thanks for the bits, and cheers, guys. Oh, also, the Give Yoda a Treat reward is purposefully disabled because he has a bit of a tummy ache today. He seems to be doing okay right now, but I didn't want to make it worse, so I'm going to leave him alone. Moon! Thanks for all the gifted subs as well. Holy cow. Starting the stream with a level 4 hype train is ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. So other things I wanted to do is, let's get some bedrooms. So now that we know that we have a finite amount of population, I want to put everyone in proper bedrooms rather than the sort of weird sleeping setups we have right now. Like Escandia sleeping on the floor. I don't even know why I was doing that to you. Yeah, you're not even ascetic, so you're probably like, hey, what gives? This sucks. And you know what? You'd be right. It does suck. So, Zayla, sorry. I know that you just earned your ability to walk again, but hey, guess what? You're gonna get put to work. Like you've never been put to work before. How is he with pets? He should be okay. He's just uncomfortable. He had some vomit. He puked on me last night as I was sleeping because he sleeps in the bed with me. So that was unpleasant. And then he vomited a little bit more this morning. I think he's honestly okay. He sometimes, when we aren't careful about watching him, he'll wander around the house like eating stuff off the floor, which is usually scraps of paper, towels, or food scraps and things like that. And my guess is he just ate some food scraps he probably regrets. We're very careful about the food scraps that are very dangerous for dogs. We don't leave on the floor very long. So he must have gotten into something else. All right, I'm setting up the batteries. I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to have 2 batteries per network. I'm going to regret it because those bad boys are going to explode like there's no tomorrow, I bet. So we've moved the hospital over here, which is a little bit cleaner. It has these steel tiles rather than the concrete. Eventually, I do want to sterilize this whole area, but I'd like to design it so it's a little bit more efficient first, I think. Like Noob's pod could be here instead. And oh my lord. Critical Foxes. In with bringing us to a Hype Train 5. So many gifted subs. And now everybody is subbed. In about 5 minutes or so, what I'll do is I'll put up a poll about what you all think I should work on first. There's quite a lot of options. So if I go out to the world tile, we do have 2 sealed vaults that we could travel to. We have an ancient complex. We have the climate adjuster, but honestly, it's probably helping us rather than hurting us, and the logging site, because of course wood is hard to source. We could run. Yeah, I don't know. I've also updated the mod list, so there's some additional mods. Not many, but some additional mods that we are playing with. So you can see that in the exclamation mark details. None of them really have options here, though. But there's another mod installed that's similar to Fractional War that adds some additional combat events. And then I'm actually going to change the Storyteller to Parry Persistent, because Parry Persistent gives more quests and events, which I think are probably going to be fun for us. At least Yoda didn't climb on the counter. Yes, he can't climb at all. He's a stumpy little dude. All right, Kilgore, you are currently awake. Oh, we have got a bulk goods trader coming in. That's awesome. So 1, 2. Let's count the bedrooms. 3, 4. Oh, solar flare. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In other words, I have beds for everybody now. And because we have a 13 pop max, because lucky number 13, we aren't likely to exceed it. Who is my best trader if aggro is in the pod? Kellyan? Oh man, there's actually a lot of people that have really high wardening skills. So let me go to colonists, trade price improvement. It would be Glitch, oddly. Wait, for real? I guess you don't have like a creepy voice or anything like that. Holy cow. Hey, I am Nick the Good, and Chelsea, thank you for the bits as well. Let me catch up here. Shield and Stutach for gifted subs as well. Even more gifted subs from so many of you guys. And resubs from Night Knave and Randall Thor. Thank you for the gifts. Oh my goodness. So much going on. So much love. Oh, Rob says a higher trade price? Yes, yes he does. I just assumed that the top was aggro, but because aggro's in a pod, he didn't even count. So, as soon as Robs wakes up, I'll have him go trade. Thanks for noticing that, because I clearly did not. I also want one more bedroom. I'm going to put it, maybe a little larger than that. I'll put it here. Move this light. Well, can't move it yet. You redeemed a hydrate? I did hydrate. It was on Yoda's camera, but just to prove that it happened. Because when am I ever going to turn down hot coffee, right? I'd have to be crazy. So, this is the trade caravan. Unfortunately for Moro and Iruku, you know what? They're good carriers, though. Huh. No, I think I'm going to keep them for now. I don't know what to part. Oh, I could definitely part with the insect jelly, so let's see if there's stuff for me to buy. There's wolves, but it doesn't really get cold enough. I'm going to buy the herbal meds because I basically don't have any. Buy wood because it's really hard to come by. Sell the flak, sell the parka, and then keep more jelly, I guess, because there's really not much that they've got that I'm interested in. Okay. So I'm allowed to use serums, just not to cure weaknesses. So in the case of someone like Noob, who is paralyzed, I can't cure their paralysis with serums, but I can still use the serum to heal things like Kellyan's shut off arms. That's still legit. It just means that if like a really good example would be Chaotic Snow. So taking a look at Chaotic, I'm not going to cure his blindness with a serum because that's really not intended game mechanics. It's technically possible, but it's just not something I want to do. It feels exploity to me, especially given that serums are a pretty common, especially heal mech serums, are a pretty common thing to receive from Slingshot. And I don't know, it just feels like cheating to me. Oh, heal serums work, but it just pops the weaknesses just pop back. Oh, that's interesting. Well, then I definitely shouldn't be using that way. Shaken is in a daze. So they're starting to want neural supercharges, but that's a little tricky for me to do, because I would need a more reliable power source. I will start to get neural superchargers at some point after we get fabrication, because without fabrication and advanced fabrication, we can't really make the materials for all the superchargers. Chicken and the egg. Oh, what the? It's, for real? Come on now. A cougar decided to eat their duck and I was blamed. Oh, but there is an opportunity here. Hey, cougar. Guess what? You get to be battery power now. Stick you in my battery. Boop. This is what you get. You become wattage. All right, let's do a little bit of a poll. So, what should the priority be? And I'm going to type some examples up. All right. Well, I left it up to my creativity. Here's your list right there. I give you 5 minutes to vote on that. Bing, there's the timer. So, improving defenses. In order to improve defenses, I could try to make the kill box a little bit more efficient and better. I don't want to use a deadfall trap maze or anything like that, because steel is a rather precious resource and we're not going to have a ton of it. Finding the missing gene modding components. So there are two things that are missing. Genome stabilizers. Genome stabilizers, I just haven't been able to find yet. I have everything else but the genome stabilizers. Improving weapons and armor. As you can see, there is the people in our colony kind of have slapdash borrowed armor from ancient soldiers and things that we found. So that could definitely be improved. Trying to recruit additional vultures would be heading to new vaults or ancient dangers. Head to a quest or temporary site. So there's an ancient complex, there's a logging site, and then there's a climate adjuster, and then viewer suggestions would be something that you suggest. Duh. Just had to say it like that. Oh, cougar. Enjoy being a battery. I'm also going to open up the ability to make more kibble. How can I insert you save file into my RimWorld library? You have to go to your RimWorld save file location, which is in your app data local folder. Just Google it. It's going to be easier for you to follow directions than for me to tell you. I know it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but I can't direct you to app data easily. If you don't know what I'm talking about. So, Shaken, Zayla, and Iscandia all demand age reversal. The problem here is, and this should be probably obvious to you, I don't want to put them all through age reversal at the same time. Because if I do that, I don't have a force to defend the colony with. So I have to be careful about how to stagger this, because if I do too many at once, bad news bears. And I don't want a bad news bears myself. Okay, some of these could be turned off. I am going to need to go find myself some more gene tailoring nanite charges. It also looks like I have a lot of people that are idle. Which is interesting, considering there's probably still stuff to haul. Here, let me queue up some slag to haul. There's also animals to hunt if we want to hunt animals. And it looks like finding the missing gene modding components seems to be in the lead. I can't believe these guys blame me for death. It's ridiculous. So aggro is going to be popping out here in 6 hours. Glitch can start to head to another vault, I suppose, because that looks to be the thing that we'll be doing. Idiot Jack, thanks for the resub. And creative as well. And Cereal, thanks for the follow. Cheers. We have a lot of repair to do around the base, I've realized. So I'm going to be very happy to have aggro out of that pod. Aggro is just removing his weakness. It is, I think, the sickness one, the one that makes him constantly sick. That's getting pulled. All right, we have just a few seconds left to vote. So vote if you haven't. I'm not entirely sure that fiber corn was the best thing to grow here. I don't know. Slight regrets about that. And then in terms of pods, we have 5 days and 11 days popping back out. That's a while. Aggro has popped out of the pods as a success. He now has the sickly removed. Great. I've powered down our gene modding. I think what I'm going to do, because I can't necessarily rely on the owners of these characters to respond, that I'm going to have just chat sort of decide the fate of these soldiers. So, find missing gene modding genome stabilizers. All right. That sounds good. A faction defense. A temporary camp of a rival faction is under attack. Oh. Yeah, I don't dare go there, because, oh my god, that could be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. So, I have a question. Who should go into the gene pod next? This is going to be a big poll. Boom. 13. So, left to right, Aggro, Scandia, Asmodeus, Kellyan, Chaotic, Kieran, Macho, Zayla, Kilgore, Noob, Robs, Shaken, and Glitch. Iscandia, Kellyan, Macho, Zayla, Kilgore, Robs, Shaken, and Glitch all have just one power, so that the success chance is a little bit higher. Also, we could try to remove weaknesses. It's not just add powers, but I'll have you decide on that. Hey, your bearded dragon says hello. Well, my puppy says you can't see him because of the pull. My puppy says hello. If he was visible. He'll be visible soon. And I'm just going to put a quick timer here. Just 1 more minute. So Noob is 10, which is currently leading. And then Glitch is 13. You know what? Maybe I should label them. Like Glitch dash 13 or something like that, you know? So they don't move around. I feel like we're going to be androids at this point. Like Android 11, you know? But we're individuals, I think. So if I'm headed to a new vault, this vault expires in a day and a half. Can I get there in time? Maybe. Maybe if Glitch hustles. So Glitch is going to go with pack of survival meals and kibble. 2 meds, send. All right. So Glitch will go into the pod next, but Glitch is going to go to a vault first. So, yeah. When Glitch gets home. Let's see. Shaken, when you're out, I'm going to stick you in a de-aging pod. And then Iscandia can probably go into a de-aging pod right now. So let's start that cycle. Whoa! Yeah, that's a mega explosion when the batteries discharge, because it was pretty powered. We also had a crate land. Tell me it didn't land in the mountain. Oh, no, here it is. A Persona Core and gold. Okay. I'm going to load in 500 more. Ooh, that's not 500. Okay, I'm really bad at typing. I'm going to load in another 500 uranium and send that away. Launch. And then wait for the slingshot to return. I'm going to try to limit the amount of, like, slingshot abuse that I use, so that I'm not making ridiculous oodles amount of everything. So, aggro. I'm going to have you work drive Zayla, because Zayla's the other constructor. And then let's make sure that these pods have stuff proper loaded into them. So in terms of chaotic, you have a scratch scar I could bio-regen, but I don't think a scratch scar is all that serious. And then Robs, you have a bad heart. Kellyan, you could recover your ear, but arm and lung isn't going to be recovered by a bio-gen cycle. So there's no point in doing that. Who else demands age? Shaken. So as soon as Shaken is not, you know, it's psychotic, I'll have Shaken go through the process. What's the point of it, Luciferium? Luciferium gives you a massive advantage combat-wise, because you're faster, smarter, stronger, better, without quoting Daft Punk. So in combat, you're just superior. By a lot. And Shaken, you are going into the age pod before you have a cow, man. Yeah, Lucy is a very much an enhancement. Blood filtration, blood pumping, breathing, consciousness, metabolism, moving, sight, pain. All becomes better. Well, pain becomes less, so better. And then also can remove scars, true. So if we gave it to Chaotic, for instance, it could cure his scratch scar, which is lowering his manipulation, or cure Osmodius's leg scar, so on and so forth. It's a very, very powerful drug. Yeah. Full stop. Just a powerful drug. Alright, I'm gonna do Zayla's age. No, Zayla just got work driven. So I'm going to do Aggro's age reversal now. And try to use Zayla's work drive up as much as I can. Does Mute and Def really do anything? Mute stops you from being able to, like, talk to other pawns and stuff. So it does do stuff, but Def basically does nothing. Deafness is really just not. It hurts your, like, hunting stealth a little bit, I guess, but that's about it. So if we take a look at a deaf pawn here, I could demonstrate that. So for taming relies on hearing, as you can see, and animal training relies on hearing. So if you can't hear, you can't really animal handle all that effectively. And then for hunting stealth, no, actually, hunting stealth doesn't. maybe it never did. Maybe I'm just wrong about it. But yeah, there's very, very few abilities that rely on hearing, as you can see. Most are sight and manipulation, almost entirely. So if these skills here aren't driven by hearing, being deaf doesn't matter at all. So it's basically just animal taming and social stuff. One could argue that animal taming is sort of animal social stuff, but yeah. Who's first on the chopping block? No one. We haven't really decided that. If and when we have to chop to trim our population, we'll have a vote at that point. Alright, so Kilgore has been making kibble for us. We're up to 1,800 kibble. Plenty of kibble. Glitch, I think we'll get to this pod in time. It expires in 20 hours, and yeah, Glitch is likely to hit there first. Let's see, is Candia 3 days, 3 days? Okay. Hey! Jomo, thank you for the resub. And thank you for the Reddit comments, too. I appreciate that. I do a terrible job at self-promotion, so when others help me out by dropping Reddit comments, it's pretty awesome for me. Because I super suck at it. Or rather, I just don't do it. Because I'm a moderator on Reddit, not like the whole site, but a larger subreddit, I try not to use my position as a moderator to do any sort of promotion at all. Which is to my own detriment, I am sure. I wonder how that cougar is doing. Already 2/3 of it is melted. Serves you right, Cougs. So we definitely have a skeleton crew right now. We only have 7 of the 13 conscious and out of pods. Hey, Luna just gave birth. You know what that means? It means it's time for a giveaway. Giveaway timer's up. And one of you lucky subs will get your own very own donkey. In 5 minutes or so. So good luck. So Glitch is back on the move. Glitch will definitely hit the vault in time. Ostrich wants revenge. Was it Rob's that was shooting? No, Kellyan. Okay. The problem is Kellyan... Okay, good. You killed it. I was about to say, Kellyan, you can't really outrun it because you're missing an arm, missing a lung, and have armor skin, so you're very slow. Luckily, it didn't come to that. Luckily. Poor Zayla. I hit Zayla with the work drive, and Zayla's like, oh, but could I just rest? No, no rest. Only work. The other issue I'm going to run into is I see that my steel amount is rather low. And Zayla's the only miner that is not in a pod. Noob's a miner, but Noob's also paralyzed, so we'll do no mining anytime soon. So we're kind of just relying on the smelting of slag in order to make steel, which is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, he's missing most of his left side. Okay, so here's a question. Creepy breather, annoying voice, pyromaniac. Oh, a real keeper. A real keeper, this one. Powers. Super learning. They learn 300% speed and move speed 150%. Basically, they're very fast at stuff. Cold intolerant and pain hypersensitive. So I just want to make it known that if we keep him, we get rid of someone else. So do we keep Zacian? And this will be left up to you. So Zacian's just going to be sitting around for a minute. Until you guys decide either yes or no. I'm not going to interrogate other vultures. I interrogate enemies. He's not an enemy. So he's not really a valid person to interrogate, as he is of our culture. He also seems to be stripping. Did I strip him? No, maybe he never had armor. So Glitch is the perfect person to go into these vaults. I'm just going to hack every door because it's fun. And there is 2 cryptosleep caskets here that also could yield additional vulture. Yeah, you did take off your marine armor. Okay. I got lucky. This vault has 7, whatever they're called, 7 of the, oh my god, nanites. That's the word. The nanites. All right, we found a new vault that will expire in 17 days. It's unfortunately a little further from our home vault, but that's okay. Living on the road. And then we've got additional hydro. I don't think I really need... Here, I feel like this music's a little loud. I don't really know if I need additional hydro because we have a pretty good amount of hydroponics. I could, of course, species closer together, not leaving a gap, and doing it a little bit more efficiently, but for now, this is fine. All right, this crate has 11 chem fuel. I have no idea why you'd keep that in there. Doesn't seem important enough. More batteries. The acid batteries or whatever that melt you into power batteries. We've got the food. And then I'm going to assume the beds are in here. So let's build us some bedding. It does not look like Zacian is going to be joining us, being that he's a creepy breathing pyromaniac who... He's really fast and all that. Like, his powers are awesome. Don't get me wrong. He learns super, super amazingly well. In fact, oh man, look at his... Wait, it caps out at 300%? Yeah, so he basically learns every skill at max. So passions don't even matter, because he's effectively max passion. He'll like certain tasks, but... and there's the bedroom. So I have explored this entire vault. And we have the giveaway. Osmodeus, you already have a character, so I'm going to re-roll this. Zertrana. Zertrana, are you like a donkey or something? No, maybe you're not. So, Zertrana the donkey. Okay, and Zacian. You know what? I'm going to let you keep your stuff. But you, my friend, are going to hop into the sling and go to some other vault. So this vault does not have the genome component that I was looking for, but it will have other stuff that I want. So I'm breaking this down. Oh, you know what? Before I break this down, let me hack these open and have you decide on whether we're having these guys. So web, creepy breather brawler with laser eyes and heat intolerance. Okay, they're 75 years old, so they're demented, frail. Do we keep web? And because I don't have a lot of time, I don't want to spend like forever in this vault, I'm going to have you just vote quickly. You also went into... Okay, alright. She went into the pod with Yayo in her inventory, but she's naked. So where is the Yayo? She only has a gun and Yayo. This is like Florida Man if Florida Man was a woman. Yep. Alright, it's pretty overwhelmingly a no here. So, hey, web. You get to launch through space naked, so enjoy. Yo's in the magazine? Yeah, in the magazine. Alright, I'm just gonna complete this early, because a demented, frail, web. Laser eyes would have been nice. But, There's too many issues there. Alright, Yumiko. Yumiko has the ability to make people happy. Is that a superpower? But you can never be told what to do. Alright, you're 22 years old, you're chemically fascinated, so you love drugs. Is this part of your happiness? And you have an armor skin gland. Do we keep Yumiko? Yes or no? Again, just another minute on this poll. Here, how about, can you make Glitch happy? Yeah, there we go. Empath, 1 day, 16 mood. Glitch, go play foosball. And then we'll be out of here. In just a minute. I'm not going to really slingshot more stuff. I don't want to totally abuse the slingshot system. So I'm going to be using it very sparingly. Oh, look at you. Doing drugs already. Would I be willing to take the gland? No. We don't torture our own. Removing body parts off of our own people. Not really something I'm willing to do. And it looks to me like, Yumiko, you're also going to be a slingling. Bye-bye! Alright. Resolved. And I am actually going to have Glitch go to another vault. Oh, before I do that, break down. Well, before I do even that, recreate a little bit so you're happier. But since the vaults here are further, I want to hit them now because they're getting further and further and further. Don't worry, I'll take the beds. I don't actually need to uninstall the beds to take them, as you will see shortly. So in this pod, just... What? That didn't work. Copy. Paste, paste. There we go. I take it back. I'm actually going to come home. The reason being, I want to make sure that these super nanites don't decay. And although if they're in my inventory, they won't, we did previously sort of vote that I would not abuse the inventory stuffing for nanites. Transpo crash. 0-day exploiters. Let's torture you. Why did I get excited about that? But yeah. Alright, so, Glitch, come home, because you have to go through a pod cycle anyway. Chat voted for that, so let's get you home. I'm going to bring the components, advanced components, plasteel, super nanites, chem fuel, because why not? The ancient beds, I think I need 3 of them. And then ancient cooler and heaters might be useful. And another security turret. I don't have the carry weight for the point defense. Is there something better than that, though? 9 shelves. Yeah, I'll do 9 shelves. They'll break down to steel. Or maybe just raw steel. I don't... Yeah, I'll just do raw steel, so I don't have to fuss with it. I'm sure it's less efficient, but it's more time efficient, so that matters. Alright, heading home. 7 nanites, I'll need 7 containers ready. So, I have 2 space in my gene tailoring pod, and then I have 6 containers ready, so I'm good on that. I can math good. You needn't worry. So now I have to sort of babysit Zayla to make sure that Zayla doesn't spend too much time trying to repair things, because these vault walls require so much repair that you can be driven insane doing it. I don't torture my own. I think there's an important difference to be had here. I don't torture fellow vultures, but if you're not a vulture, oh yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, if you're not a vulture, I'm probably going to end up sticking this dude in a bio battery. Like, I will torture him for information and then literally melt him down for power. Because I don't care. You ain't one of us. And I think that's a pretty obvious distinction. I don't think that's arbitrary at all. So, interrogate. I'll let you keep your little mask. Yeah. Very big difference between being a vulture and not being a vulture. One of our enemies or not. 2.5 days for the aging. And the noob is also just about 2.5 days for the recovery cycle. That was for brain injury? I forget actually what was healing here. And then Kieran is also going for like a brain injury. So we'll see about that. Zayla is definitely over time for de-aging, but I don't want to stick Zayla in just yet because I want some people on patrol. Another thing I might want to do is to get a electrocrematorium. Maybe I could put an electrocrematorium here nested and really only keep one prisoner. Yeah, perhaps I do that. Just to get rid of the bodies at our entrance. We don't care about dead bodies, but it just looks bad. Okay, you guys have herbal meds. Oh, you also have an Insanity Lance. But I don't have enough things to sell for the Lance. So, 1 herbal med, please. We are pretty low on food down here. That is because I kibbled it all. We could allow milk into the hoppers. It's what, yak milk, I think? And another supply crate. We have another monosword, a stone skin gland, and gold. We're getting pretty considerable amounts of gold, so let's go ahead and stick 500 more uranium into the pod. And then maybe next trip we'll stick the gold in, because we're getting a bit of gold. Oh, we haven't put it down yet. There we go. Do I get anything for the slingshot of vultures? Technically they have value, so yes. I just don't know what it is. It's probably just added. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I think maybe I could only speculate, but I think the way it works, there's either 2 ways it works. I'll put it this way. There's way 1, and again, this is speculation, that in a certain period of time, it is the total sum of what you've donated that then gets returned to you. And then way 2 is each individual slingshotted thing gives you stuff. So if we start to see slingshot goods that come to us that have very little value, that would be an indicator that it's each and every donation and not just a sum of the donations. But so far, with the value of this, I think this is the 500 uranium I sent. At this point, the Antigrain Warheads of the Vault mascots. I do look forward to the day where I have transport pods where I can load them somewhat permanently, because I've been loading them so that they can't be targeted for destruction and can't be set on fire and all that, but it is a lot of work to do that constantly, as you all may be able to see. So over here, we're going to have granite. Yeah, granite's the only block I really have. So granite electrocrematorium. Have Zayla work on that. And this is just I'm going to restrict the radius so that it really only gets the bodies that are immediately adjacent to the base. So 2 days on most of these guys here. These pods actually could be powered down. And then, actually, these pods up here can be powered up and filled, and then powered back down. Just because I'm filling them with kibble, so it's, you know, not a problem. Keep them powered. Why not forbid the antigrain from stockpiles? I mean, I could, but then I can't load it back as easily. The way I'm doing works just fine. This stupid guy hasn't regained consciousness. Come on, wake up so I can torture you some more. Thank you for tuning in to the Vaultures, which originally streamed live on Twitch, February 27th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know on the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, I stream this every Sunday, and the YouTube episodes will all air before the next stream. If you want to know the exact time, Rhadamant.com has my schedule and countdown timers to the upcoming stream. If you want to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video also have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there, Ancients.